you cannot go wrong in any Forsyth County school. If you ended up with clients at North, if you ended up clients at West, we have 5 very unique high schools. And it's a blessing that we have a school board and a county administration that has allowed us to take whatever culture and population we have there and run with it and push them as far as we can to the top. And as a result of that, you get 5 very different feels when you go into these different schools. So for us, I would just tell you, Forsyth Central is the closest thing to real that you'll get. And by real, I mean real America. All right, we have a little mixture of diversity. And then in 2013, county invested millions into us having a STEM academy. Thing that you have to understand when you're talking to clients is that every high school in America has STEM programs. Because STEM is nothing more than science, technology, engineering, and math. Everybody out there has classes that are taught that are in those programs. What makes Central different is we have an academy. Our STEM academy draws from all of our kids, and then folks from around the county can apply to it, and it's merit-based. It's very, very difficult to get into. But the academy approach means you go into it, and I think we accepted somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think 96 incoming freshmen this year from our area in the surrounding schools in the county. But those 96 kids will go through the most rigorous academic program you can imagine, and they'll go through it together kind of as a cohort all through their 4 years, which means they're sharing the same teachers, they're sharing the same projects, it's a very close-knit group that will go through that in 4 years and graduate. And it really takes what is a very large high school, and for that group it's very small, and they end up being really a support system for each other because it is incredibly rigorous. Which brings me to another myth that's out there, is that the Lambert kids or the South kids are so smarter than our kids. If you take the top 10%, now we're smaller than those 2 schools I just mentioned. So our numbers we have fewer numbers of kids that are above a 4.0. But if you take the percentage, if you took our top 10% of our students, several of which, majority of which will be STEM graduates, but if you take our top 10% and put them against the top 10% of any other schools, we're right there with them, in some cases blowing them out of the water. And the STEM Academy, where that kicks in for us, is we were the 6th high school in the state to get a STEM certification. We're going for national certification this fall, and we're really on the cutting edge of that whole process, where everywhere you go talks about STEM. We have a Georgia certified STEM Academy, and we're the fastest high school in the state to get it, and one of only 6 at the time. There's been a couple others that have come on since then. Well, some people think all you can take at South or all you can take at Central if you want to challenge yourself are STEM or IB. We have the full range of all the AP classes you can take, and our kids are very successful in those classes. And happy to report that our last graduation rate came out at 92%. So yeah, that was huge. Now the goal is to try to keep it there. We'll end up being the largest high school in the county because we're projected next year to be up over 2,500, and it's going to keep going. And the beauty of that, going back to what I talked about first, is coming into our school at this point in time, it's just getting bigger and better year after year after year.